feed.
Kyle Meredith, Weekly Feed, Dallas Green, City and Color.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the show.
Or me, I guess.
Yeah. How's everything?
Yeah, good.
This is the big tour.
It is.
Little Hell is a new record. Sounding great. We've been playing a lot of FPK and loving every second of it.
Thank you very much.
I thought I would start out, we're on a level. You don't know that we're on a level.
Okay.
I've done my Wikipedia research. Your birthday, September 29th, mine's September 30th, and I'm told by the internet that you have a lactose intolerant problem.
Yeah. You too?
Why is that on Wikipedia to begin with?
I don't know. I think that everybody finds out, like when one person finds something new out, they put it on there. Like it's supposed to be on there. Like, when's your birthday?
So my birthday is September 30th.
But are you 1980?
81.
Oh, I'm 80.
Yeah, right. So
that's close though.
Yeah, you're a year.
Yeah, but lactose intolerance, yeah, it's weird, right? Like I was talking about this today earlier with my bus driver because he was like, I never drank coffee because when I was younger I used to think I was allergic to it because I would watch my parents put milk in their coffee. Yeah. And there's just those certain things, but yeah, I don't know. And I think isn't there something about me liking Razor Ramon? As
that's on there too. It is.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not in my interview.
He's not even my favorite wrestler. Like,
is he around still?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
No.
I think he had a drug problem.
Yeah, he did. I think they all
had a drug problem.
Just about all of them had a drug problem.
No, but so you just turned 31.
Yeah.
And being 30, how's that first year? How's that first year of your 30s?
You know what? I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. I found that saying 30 was way cooler than saying 29.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Did you find that, like, I found that, like, maybe 2 days after I turned 29, when people asked me how old I was like, I'm almost 30. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, I did the same thing with just, I thought I was 30. I started forgetting, but my whole thing was every single time someone would say, how old are you? And I say 30. Yeah. It was like when you wake up an hour before the alarm clock, so you're like, oh, bonus hour. I had a bonus year in my 20s.
Bonus year, yeah, absolutely.
So I actually saw this great video that you're promoting in East Africa.
Yeah.
So what's going on with this?
Well, I did this thing for, it's called We Day that they do, and it's basically these two guys, I can't remember their names right now, because that's the way I think. But they basically just started this foundation to try and get kids more involved and letting kids know they can help other people in the world. You know, like a lot of times, I guess when you're young and, you know, you see those really sad commercials about orphaned people in other countries and stuff like that. Like, you don't think you can help, but so these guys have built this like crazy global foundation where they get all these kids together and raise tons and tons and tons of money to help people in third world countries and stuff like that. So this year I was a part of it, and they do them all over the country. And they did a big one in Toronto and a big one in Vancouver in the arena. And they have all these like celebrities come out, and like, you know, Nelly Furtado came and donated $1 million to it, and it was just like, and we had to play after her. And I was like, oh, we're just going to
high fives for everybody.
Yeah, it was like we just went and played a song, and I was like,
Have you always been involved in kind of charities throughout your career, or is this something new?
I try to be if I can help, you know, like I'm not on such a scale that I don't think I can't help like financially that much, or I don't have $1 million to donate yet. But I think you know, I always try and do stuff around with the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto a lot, and I find that as a person who's like, I guess, like sort of now approaching this being in the public eye. If I can attach my name to something and draw awareness to it, just as simply as that, then I feel like it's somewhat irresponsible not to do it, you know?
I mean, it is such an easy thing to do.
It is, like if somebody says, hey, if you say something about this, maybe more people will pay attention, then for me not to do it just wouldn't make any sense, you know? As long as it's something I believe in, or, you know.
Let's back up a few months ago. Of course, the big news came out about your previous band, Alexisonfire. It's no more.
Yeah.
So what was the idea behind calling that a complete day instead of just saying that's hiatus for a little while?
Well, what happened was I informed the guys about a year ago that I wanted to actually leave the band to pursue and continue focusing on City and Color, and you know, that was definitely one of the options that came up, was why don't we just, you know, do we have to make it so definitive? Can we not just, you know, take a break like we did the last time? And I was like, you know, I don't want to. It was more me not being selfish, I think, but me trying to let them go on about their way, you know, because I didn't want them to have to wait around for me, you know, because I knew that I had all these songs for Little Hell, and I knew that I wanted to go and focus on it and tour with it. And But I said, you know, what happens if I come back from that tour and I've got all these new City and Color songs and I don't have any Alexisonfire ideas? Then you're going to still just keep waiting and waiting until I'm ready to come back. And I didn't want to be the guy who's like, everyone's waiting until he's ready to come back and make another record, you know? And I just felt like we had 10 real good years, and my heart just wasn't there anymore, and I didn't want to really pervert what we had. So I left the band, and then I think that they tried to stick with it for a little bit and figure out different avenues, and it just sort of time just got the best of them, and then finally it was like, well, we might as well.
And that's it?
Yeah, instead of just trying to keep it going, just to keep it going. You know?
Did you ever get ribbed throughout your career as being the folky guy in a hardcore act?
Yeah, you know what, I don't actually. I think the funny thing that I've noticed is that all the hardcore guys who are, I think, maybe nervous or scared to listen to softer music, like, will be at the show and they kind of like find their way to it through me.
You're their gateway.
I think I might be the gateway for some of the big tough guys. Like they think, well, he's got tattoos and I got tattoos. I can listen to music like that, or I can get in touch with my more sensitive side or what have you. So
that's what I'm missing from acceptance: tattoos.
Yeah,
none. Yeah.
You know what though? You should be proud, because in a couple of years you're going to be the weird one without tattoos.
I'll be the outlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. No piercings, no tattoos.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you always know that, did you have a feeling that City and Color was going to be your main vehicle eventually? Did you see it coming?
Well, I kind of looked at it as my my retirement project in a way, you know, like, because I've spent so much time playing in like a hardcore band, and I started writing songs on an acoustic guitar, and I figured I'd always end up back there, you know, sitting down and playing my acoustic guitar. I just didn't assume that it would happen in the middle of the other band I was in, and then I definitely didn't think that it would take over. But it started to at some point, and yeah, that's kind of how I came to make that decision, because it was sort of just put in front of me, like, you know, now it's not a side project as much as I wanted to call it that, and I really wanted to call it that, because it was becoming just as big as the other band. And anybody who's ever had 2 full-time jobs knows at some point you have to pick one, because they start to overlap and run into each other, and that's kind of what happened.
So Little Hell really seems to have caught some fire now. I mean, this is becoming something.
Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm able to do things now with it, like this. You know, like before, when I had a small tour booked in between Alexisonfire tours, I would literally go play like 8 or 9 shows and fly to all of them so I could do it quick and not be able to do any press because there wasn't any time, and then people didn't want to write about it because there weren't any shows, and it was like this really weird circumstance. But at the same time, people were still listening, you know, and I really like that though. I like that the City and Color name has sort of just been built on word of mouth, really. You know, someone hearing a song and telling their friend, and that friend telling someone else, and then now that there is all this attention towards it, people want to talk about it.
Well, that's a great way to keep your longevity right there. I mean, if it is building word of mouth.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you know, I'd much rather have that. I'd much rather have like a career than just have Rolling Stone write about me for a month.
It's got to be nice to be in Rolling Stone.
I've never been in it.
Oh.
I don't know what
that's going to change.
I don't think I care. You know, the less they write about you, the less they have time to stop writing about you.
Sure.
You know?
You're a big baseball fan. I also noticed that you were in a charity basketball game recently with Arcade Fire. Some countrymen there.
I'm a bigger basketball fan than I'm a baseball fan. Yeah.
So how'd the game go?
My team, we won 2 out of 3 games, but we did not make it to the into the second round. Yeah. It was like a round robin type thing, but win's really good. Win from Arcade Fire.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, I mostly heard that from like Flaming Lips rumors and everything, stealing basketballs. But
he's really good. He's I guess he used to play like, because he's American.
Right. Yeah. He's an export.
He's an export. Yeah, but I guess he used to play at like a prep school or something when he was younger. Yeah. But he's tall too. So. Sure. He won the 3-point shooting contest too. Yeah.
You'll get him next year, man. I believe in you.
Hey, I got a lot of heart. I just don't got the height.
We call you Rudy from now on.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
One more thing, I also saw that you started duetting. You did a duet with Pink recently.
Yeah.
That kind of makes you like you'll duet with anybody at this point.
Well, she is
not putting down Pink.
You're
crossing genres
it's just
at
an
this
interesting
point.
collaboration. Yeah. Well, she's a friend first and foremost, but she's also the best. So,
unless we were talking about someone else.
Yeah, but she wanted. I always wanted her to sing with me. Yeah. And last time I played in LA, she was super pregnant. She came to the show, but I wasn't going to make her come up on stage. And so this time we played, and I was like, hey, if you want to come and sing, I'm not going to be mad at you. So she picked that song. Oddly enough, it's called What Makes a Man, and she was like, I want to do What Makes a Man because I'm a woman. And I was like, that sounds like you.
Sure.
So yeah, we rehearsed it a couple of times in the bathroom beforehand, and went out. And it's crazy. Her voice is so good. Like, it sounds like she's auto-tuned live.
All the time, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
She just is so perfect at singing. It's crazy.
Kind of refreshing to have someone in the pop industry that can hit it instead of needing to be auto-tuned.
Exactly. Yeah, like I remember a few years ago, I don't remember the Grammys, when she performed in the Grammys, like hanging upside down, dripping wet.
Yeah.
And she just sang.
Still nailing it.
She just out-sang everybody.
Have you considered she's a robot?
She might be a robot. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
All right, Dallas Green, City in Color, Little Hell is a new CD, Kyle Meredith Weekly Feed. Thank you very much for hanging out today.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Weekly Feed.
When she sleeps, there is a fever dream, yeah, it brings a night terror to humming fragile bird. She speaks in tongues, her words they come undone, yeah. And with a wayward mind, she struggles through the night. Oh, I can do that she makes it through the night. These cold nightmares, they make her worse for wear. Lost in the dark, she's got a heavy heart. And when she wakes in her fragile state, well, she calls my name, hoping that I keep her safe. Oh, then I can so that she makes it through. Oh, nothing I can do. So that she makes it through the
Weekly Feed.